monumentally excited for today's video. This is One Piece episodes 957, 958, 959, and 960. So, in the last video, we saw the end of Act 2. I started thinking ahead too much of like what I was gonna be seeing today that I wasn't thinking about the sentence that I was saying right now. Last time we saw the end of Act 2 of Wano, which is really exciting because I didn't realize it was going to be ending soon. I didn't think we were there yet, and yet we are. So today, I'm kind of anticipating maybe we're going to see, well, at the end of Act 1, these kinds of episodes have a name? The ones where you like go check out the rest of the world? Like, is there a, do the fandom call that type of episode something? Because I keep trying to explain it and say like, oh, the bits where we check on the rest of the world and whatever. But like, if there's like a convenient name that everyone calls those episodes, you know, like a arc update or like a Oda lore dump, or like, I don't know, you know, Oda dumping on us. Maybe that's what it is. Oda dumping a heavy dump on us. But whatever it is, I love those episodes. And I mean, look, the last one that we had ended up being good, but like I was so nervous about it because it was based around my least favorite character in One Piece in the Absalom stuff. But it ended up revealing that Absalom is, as far as I can tell, dead and is never going to be in the series again. So it ended up being good because we, you know, got more insight into the villains with Blackbeard and Blackbeard's crew and how horrible they are, and the fact that they have the clear fruit now, and also the whatever the Fox Nine Tails thing that that Devon had going on and all of that stuff. So I look, last time, you know, was the one that had potential for being uninteresting and was still very interesting. So this episode, I hope they do a like check-in with the rest of the world type episode, and if they do, I have high hopes for it because they're generally some of the best episodes of One Piece, and I don't know what to expect. I don't know what we check in on. I don't know what to look out for, but I'm excited for it. So yeah. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Well, the other thing is like that's not the main reason that's not the only reason I'm excited. The other reason I'm excited is because we're probably in this video going to be starting Act 3. And, like, I can't wait to see how Act 3 goes. I love the build-up that we've done. And now I feel like we've stepped past the parts of the arc that feel like they would have been the slowest. I'm not going to say there's going to be no slow points for the rest of this arc. There's a lot of fucking episodes left. I imagine there's going to be a decent amount of slow points in it. But we, like, at the very least, we're in the section of the show where they're going to be starting the assault now, rather than just preparation episodes. So, yeah. I'm keen as hell. We're just going to jump into it. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. You can get the next several weeks of One Piece episodes on my Patreon account right now, so go check that out. Otherwise, just support the channel here. You can also join the YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early on edited videos right here on this YouTube channel. Let's jump into this. This is One Piece episode 957. One Piece. Woo! Okay. Recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is a recap Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap. I gave that explanation really fast because I wonder how much recap they're going to have for this episode. Oh, okay. Isho? Okay. That's how far I got in the cube. Sea area around the entrance to the new world. Okay, I think we are jumping into... Maybe we meet the new admiral, you know, the one that we've only kind of seen a bit of. Do Flamingo? Oh. Oh, right. Yeah. We're just getting reminded of this. Is he gonna do something? Man, they're reminding us of all of his stuff. So what's he gonna do? Oh, don't look. Okay. This episode's gonna be called Fujitora murders the 7 warlords of the sea. Well, actually, that would include Law, right? Uh-oh. Marie Joie. Uh-huh. In a state of great confusion. A week later. Okay. Back to Fishman Island. Aww. Garp. Oh, really? Always? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It makes their tensions go to the surface and then they want to do something. That was cool imagery to show like there was small fish and there was a big fish above. Yeah. One meeting isn't gonna solve everything. That's a good way to think, I think. Okay. Aww. It's nice that he's like saying this directly to him. Trying to, you know, make sure to reassure him. Concerning Alabasta? Yeah, your best friend Vivi. Yeah. Quick, get my Vivi statue. Look at how animated his animation is. This is like really cool framing. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Oh my god! What are you, CP0 or something? Yeah. Oh my god. This episode is like so well animated. Oh my god, is it one of the... I'll talk about it after. But is it one of my favorite animators episodes? Oh my god, that's kind of awesome. I like him a lot, he's a cool character. Oh, Wapo. Fuck you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the directing in this episode is excellent. So if it's not that woman that I really love, it's another really good director. Ivan. And whoa, look at how, oh my god. Wow, they are thrown by it. I've never seen Dragon like that, you know? It's Sabo. Oh, Koala. Oh, because she's like the closest to Sabo. Yeah, that's right. He's your brother. Oh, Makino. What the fuck happened? Did he die, or I imagine he did something awful, quote unquote. Oh, I don't know. Would they be having this reaction just if he did something? Did he die? Doflamingo's laughing. They give him newspapers? Oh my god. Watches the Navy takes it. What? So, they didn't even like fully go into that, right? They just like implied a bunch of shit? Okay. Oh, Kobe! Kobe speaking to DS Drake? Oh, because Diaz is ex-Marine, right? Is he a double agent? Captain of Sword? Top secret special forge? What the fuck? Okay, so he's a double agent? I want to read that whole caption when, like, later. I want to go back and read it. But I think it was just saying that he's you know, working for the government. Was he the one that was like an ex-Marine? Like that was how we got introduced to him? Well, but then they started working together. That look! No word of one, but he is out. In the capital? Cypher Ball Zero? CP0 is in the capital? This is a crazy episode. Oh my god, look at the visuals of this episode. It's so nice. Oh! They gotta capture Hancock? No! You keep your hands off Afalandra. There she is! Uh-huh. So they're disbanding the Warlords. Is that what's happening? Yeah, I mean that's gonna be insane. Yeah, they. Holy shit! They've abolished it. That's huge news. Man, they're just gonna give us a summary? You know what? I don't mind. Even though it's like recap, it's kind of cool. I forgot that he was a warlord temporarily. Jinbei! Moria! The animation of this episode. It's so creative. Oh. It's gotta be that woman, the animation here, because it's so inspired. It's such a cool shot! Oh, this is hype as fuck. Yep. Right. So he's not, Law's not a warlord anymore, I guess. I had forgotten about that. Oh shit. And the Navy's trying to get rid of the warlords now. Oh shit, so they're like, look, the warlords suck. Oh shit, that's huge. Wow, that's so interesting. Empty bluffs. Oh, Buggy, right? I can't. I mean, I kind of feel bad for Buggy. Kind of true, but you're a pirate. Having the Navy after you is like par for the course. And yeah, this fucking dude. Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking about Hawkeye. Is he just gonna murder everyone? I'm not really worried about Hancock. I'm worried about the other women here. Not just Aphilandra, but all of them. Oh. That you're beautiful? This is an insane fucking episode. Oh my god! Buggy the genius jester, Bug's delivery chairman, a former warlord of the sea. Okay. Oh lord. We really don't know much about Weevil and how he fights. Oh my god, Hawkeye. Oh, oh my god, he's gonna murder people! Because the government couldn't handle you. Yeah. That's the big problem at the end of this, right? Oh my god! Holy fuck, dude, what an episode! Okay, I'm looking it up right now. I mean, I could wait for you guys to tell me in the comments, but I can't wait that long. First, I need to remember what... Not remember, but find out what the woman's name is that I'm thinking of. You guys know who I'm thinking of, I know. It's the woman who did One Piece fan letter, and that did the latest Witch Watch OP. Or not the latest one, the first Witch Watch OP. So One Piece fan letter was done by where's the name of the woman who did it? Give me her name. Megumi Ishitani, okay? And episodes directed by her, 957. This was a Megumi Ishitani episode. At the start of the episode, I was like, wow, this episode looks nice. Like they've put a lot of effort into it. And then it was in the Morgan scene where Morgan's is standing in front of the board and he's like super well animated. Like he had a lot of motion to him. And also I can't tell you exactly what it is, but the shot of like, it's like from the perspective of his board and it's like looking out at him and you can see the people in the background, you know, in decent detail, and it's just like showing a lot of really good character animation, and the shot was really well composed. I was just like, this is like really inspired, right? Like it just felt like really, really well done. And I went, this just feels like a good director. And then I remembered that in Wano at some point we start to get some Megumi Ishitani episodes. And so I knew that it was coming up. I thought that it would be a little later in the show. But again, I also thought Act 3 would be later in the show, and I was proven wrong there. So yeah, I was like, oh, maybe this was her. And then when it had the sequence of all the warlords and it was like reintroducing them, and it had that shot of like Doflamingo, and like he's standing there in his like crazy pose, and then all the shing 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 shing, like all the lines come up behind him or whatever, like his string. It looked incredible, and it was such like the movement and the transitions and stuff was so inspired that I was like, this is reminding me of One Piece fan letter and of the Witch Watch OP. And like genuinely that stuff is just mind-blowing to me. Like that style of animation is incredible. So so this episode was elevated so much by that. But even if it didn't have the directing and animation of genuinely, like, from the small amount I've seen of her, probably my favorite animator ever, like, even if it didn't have her animation, this episode still would have been incredible because of like the shit that was happening in it. It's like the Moria stuff in the last intermission between acts is fucking nothing compared to this. This is like incredibly important shit. I'm blown away that this is happening, that this happened in this episode. Is this must have been in the last episode. Remember they said something about a war? That there was going to be like a war that was beginning like in the shadows or whatever. Is that what they were talking about? No, because that's not in the shadows. Or is it? It might be in the shadows. No, because it was all on the newspaper. Oh, but it was leaked. It was only in the newspaper because it was leaked by Walpole. So maybe it's like it's kind of supposed to be in the shadows, because like the Warlord system is known, but the people, I believe, aren't supposed to know like the intricacies of the Warlord system. I think it's supposed to be kind of hush hush, because the government don't like saying that they're working with pirates, you know. But yeah, so the Warlord system is no longer in place. I think this is such a really, really great move for Oda at this point in the series. Like, we've had enough time that the Warlord system has been explored thoroughly, and we've gone through like many of the Warlords, and we've seen how the Warlord system works. We've seen, you know, the horrible things about it. We've met and fought with a lot of the Warlords. We've taken down many of them. We've seen, you know, the difference in strength levels. We've seen how people get chosen to be Warlords. Like, we've seen the whole system. So we've kind of explored it inside and out. I really love the idea of now exploring like what happens when you strip that away, when you take it from there. Like, that is a super interesting prospect. Also, frankly, if you're gonna like do this series, you don't want the Warlords to be constantly refreshing forever, because like in the series you're gonna want to have some sort of resolution to it. So this, I feel like, is a great time to like actually start to you know, deflate that balloon a little bit, you know? Like, Oda didn't just pop it. He didn't just make the Warlord storyline disappear. He instead is like, all right, I'm going to start to let out a little bit of air at a time, and the balloon now is going to start to slowly lose air until the end of the series. And it's really fucking interesting. This was one of those episodes that, while I was watching it, I was like blown away by it, and thinking of all of the repercussions that could happen as a result of it. And also, like, in my head, like, imagining the live action doing this. Obviously, like, there's basically no way they ever get to this point in the series. Like, I can't see it being possible. But a man can, like, dream about it, you know? And it's fun to dream about it. It's fun to think about, like, how would the live action do this? And, like, thinking of, you know, all of these sequences come in. And then I also like think about like reaction channels that I watch, and think about like, oh my god, what are they gonna react like when they get here? Like, that just, it's such an exciting moment that all of that stuff is going through my head at once. So I am really, really blown away. Also, that like line from Hancock at the end is like, hey, they forget the reason the Warlords are the Warlords in the first place is because we're strong. Which that's like what I was starting to think towards the end, as I was like, it's all well and good to say as the government, all right, you know what, this Warlord system isn't working out, let's drop it. But the thing is, in the first place, the Warlords were created because they were like, there are these 7 pirates that we can't do anything about, and this is getting really bad. So instead, let's team up with them, you know? And then now they've pulled that out, and do they have a solution for that problem? Do they have a solution for the fact that they're trying to get rid of the Warlords? Sorry. I'm so excited that I need to hydrate. I don't know. I don't know if they have a solution for it, because, I mean, when we saw them like surrounding Weevil, it was like it looks like they were just surrounding Weevil with just some fucking dudes. Now, Fujitora, I imagine he's in his ship on the way somewhere to deal with one of the Warlords. I don't know who, but it's really cool, the episode like opening with Fujitora and just like going through, like, remember, like telling us as viewers, like, hey, remember, his goal is to abolish the 7 Warlord system. That's what he's trying to do. And that was them like winking at us, going like, hey, you know, we remember this storyline because we're about to say something important about it, you know. Now they kept reacting like, Sabo, no, Sabo. So I don't think they've said why, like what Sabo has to do with it. Now my thought is it's in relation to Kuma, because Sabo was trying to, get Kuma, and Kuma is a warlord. So, like, since they've abolished the warlord system, like maybe there's something there between Sabo and Kuma that was happening. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if Sabo's dead, if he's been captured, if he did something really horrible. I'm not sure. But I do really like that they went through, like, the whole recapping everything that happened with the Warlords. I'm not being sarcastic here. I do really like that they recapped all of that. Because firstly, they didn't just recap as in show flashbacks, they actually added in some new cool animation in there as well. So it kept it really interesting. And it was building up and explaining the backstory to us so that when they describe, like, so that when they say, therefore, this is happening, it makes so much sense because they're putting all the pieces in place and then they're saying to us, like, hey, so Crocodile fucked up Alabasta. And Doflamingo fucked up King Riku's Dressrosa, right? And, many other horrible things have happened with the Warlords. But those two kings have now stood up at the Reverie and said, hey, these Warlords are fucking us up. And it's not just one of them. Like, there are multiple instances of this happening and they're destroying our countries. So we can't stand by and say, hey, yeah, it's cool for the warlord system to still be in place. So yeah, I am, like, I really liked the way that they did that, and it makes so much sense. I love when Oda I'm fangirling so much right now. I love when Oda just reveals a plot line. And in my head, I'm like, yes, that is what would happen. Like, that makes so much sense for the story you've been building up, but I never thought you had the balls to do it. Like, I didn't think that you were going to be doing a storyline of, like, taking down the Warlords, and we're doing it now, or I say we're doing it now. I don't expect us to, like, explore it much right now. Like, I don't expect, I don't even know what next episode's going to be, because I don't anticipate. I don't think it'll be Act 3 yet, because this episode didn't end with Act 3 begin, like the intermission last time did. So we might get one more episode of, like, lore stuff. Now, I think it's not gonna be a Megumi Ishitani episode. I think I didn't see that it was, like, 957 and 958. I think it was only 957 that I saw in that list there. And then there's not another Megumi Ishitani one for, I don't know how many episodes, but I think the next one I saw was in the 900 still. So it might be in, like, 20, 30 episodes, 40 episodes, I don't know. But anyway, doesn't matter. Let's not think about Megumi Ishitani, even though I'm in love with that woman. Like, holy shit. That's, it's absolutely incredible. I want to meet her and shake her hand and get her to sign everything in my room, because it's just incredible. I mean, imagine being that much of an artist. Imagine being that talented. It's crazy. I haven't even looked at my notes, like, once, and now I'm looking at my notes and there's a lot of stuff here, but is there oh yeah, they revealed, wow, it's crazy that it was, like, the 15th most shocking thing that they revealed in this episode, but that DS Drake is working for the government still, I guess. That's really interesting. Now I want to see his I want to see what his title was. There we go. I found it really quickly. Captain of Sword, Navy HQ Top Secret Special Force. Okay, so it's called Sword. I'm gonna write that down, but I doubt I will find that note if I need it, because it's really hard to find it in here. But okay, because because DS Drake has been a cool character, and I've liked him, but I haven't thought too much about him. I've just thought he was kind of cool, but he hasn't done as much as like Hawkins has, you know. But if he's working for the Navy, that's really interesting. And then yeah, the government, like the Cypher Pole Zero, apparently is here in Wano. Like he said that someone from CP0 was in the capital. So I'm really curious, like, what is gonna happen? But here's the thing. Here's another thing. Is this discussion making any sense? Here's another thing. The fact that they're setting this stuff up, right? I thought like Wano is separate from the government, so there's not gonna be much like outside story happening in the Wano arc. And yet there's some outside story happening here. If CP0 is here, there could be really interesting things happening there. Also, DS Drake, if he is actually on the Navy side, then he is probably going to want to be like on our side in that he wants to take down Kaido, especially if Kaido and Big Mom were working together. So therefore, DS Drake is probably going to work with us. Therefore, DS Drake, is probably going to again betray Kaido. Bam, bam, bam. Kaido's crew betrays him. Now, we've already got one there, so that doesn't matter. But second, we work together with the government / an admiral. So if we work together with DS Drake, then that will be ticked off. Pretty cool. Did we get anything in this episode that... No, I don't think so. Nah. Major Gold Roger Law, no, we didn't get any Gold Roger Law here. We got Major Law, though. Oh, man. Just fucking insane shit. Like, this was just crazy. But yeah. I am nervous. But, like, the sad thing about this reveal is that I forgot his name for a second. I was gonna call him Hawks from My Hero Academia. Hawkeye is so cool, and he was able to just chill beforehand, but now he's not gonna be chilling anymore. He seemed happy to go and like kill people or whatever he's gonna do, or like run away. He seemed like it was gonna be exciting for him because he gets a bit of a challenge again. And maybe he's gotten like super bored by being a warlord, but I don't know. I like him being so chill. So I'm excited about the concept of like, we're going to see him being a bit more of a menace, but I'm also kind of sad about it because it's like him being chill is like a big part of who he is. So I'm really curious about that. I mean, that's one of the most hype ones to see. I'm sad about like Hancock and like her island, because her island, like the Islander women, they're like really good people that were benefiting a lot from the protection, and they could really be fucked over, I feel like, by the government attacking them. So that's scary on its own. Buggy I feel bad for, because he like, I mean, he's kind of harmless. Like, he's not really doing too much that's bad. So, I mean, he used to be pretty awful, but for the last like 2 years, I feel like he's just been kind of fucking around. Like, he hasn't really been doing much. So yeah, like, I feel like it kind of sucks for him, but oh well. Doflamingo's already caught. Crocodile is still caught? No. Is Crocodile at large? I can't remember. He must be, right? Because he was in Marineford. He got broken out of Impel Down when everyone else did. So I guess he's still at large somewhere. But yeah, I don't know. But like, it wasn't like they're not coming after the people who used to be Warlords of the Sea. They are now coming after the people who are current Warlords of the Sea well, but that just, you know, that aren't anymore, obviously, but that just got fired because they're gonna be not fully expecting it, and they kind of know where they are right now, I think. Whereas Crocodile, he hasn't been a Warlord of the Sea for a while, I think, and so like they might not know where he is or know to come after him or anything. But yeah, anyway, oh my gosh, what a crazy fucking episode. Let's move on to the next one. This is episode 958 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. And that's the cube complete. Wait a second. What happened to the animal trainer? Did he gain a lot of weight? Was that him back there? Moji is his name, right? Moji the animal trainer? Tamer? I actually think this is the most beautiful I've ever found Hancock. Look at that illustration of her. Okay. This episode is gonna be called, I don't know, the war begins. The Navy versus the Warlords. Oh, I can't believe we're continuing this storyline. I just was like, they might just cut back to Wano. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's very happy. I like the snail is blind as well. Of course you're against it, you fucking tool. Yeah. Man, Fujitora is such a cool character. The Special Science Group. What? Is that like Vegapunk has like formed a group? Yeah, that's scary, right? The return of Rocks? What does that mean? Is Rocks like their crew name or something? Like Big Mom and Kaido's crew? Okay. The Rocks Pirates. So yeah, it must have been their crew. Yeah, give me a lore dump. Is that? Yeah, that's where Blackbeard was. Oh, Captain Rocks. Whoa, Whitebeard. Big Mom? I thought that was Alvida for a second. Big Mom and Kaido. Wow, so Big Mom looked good at some point. Like she was like super skinny and like looks like Alvida in her hot days. Damn, that's an insane crew. Whoa. Shiki, Captain John? Holy shit. Yeah. Okay. I wonder who this Captain Rocks is. Is he dead now? This is like crazy lore. God Valley, 38 years ago. Huh. Whoa! Oh my god. That's Garp, right? So, is this why he's Garp the hero? Because he's known as Garp the hero, right? Yeah, the hero of the Navy. Ah, I see. We finally know why. This is him coming up from Fishman Island afterwards. Ah, work alongside. Ah, save the celestial track. That they suck. Yeah. Interesting. Garp and Roger. Oh my god, this is just so cool. That's insane. God Valley. Did they change it to... Oh, I thought maybe they changed the name to Raftel. Oh my god, is this setting up like a future arc in God Valley? Jesus, he got erased from history. Yeah, I know. Like, this Rocks guy must have been insane. Wow! A straw hat. Rocks D. So he had the D. He looks like, the tongue guy. I forgot what his name is. Because I never want to remember his name because I can't be bothered because I don't like him. The guy who can turn to goop. This is an insane episode. It's only half over? Yes, please. Okay. Did they suck then? Well, yeah, they sucked compared to now, I imagine. Brand new. Oh yeah, we've met Brand New before, I think. That's great. Yes, he did. 2 billion 247 6,000 or 600,000 or whatever. Shanks! Yeah, baby. His crew is so cool. Yep. 4 billion 48 million 900,000. I can't even write these down. They're such big numbers. It's so hard to write it. 4 billion 388 million. So imagine we're going up. So he's gonna be like 5 billion. Uh-huh. 4 billion 611. Those are insane bounties. I mean, they weren't doing much for you anyway, to be fair. I mean, yeah, they did help in the Whitebeard War. Alright, the science group. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Marco. Oh, right. I thought they were gonna talk about... Bro's dead. Oh, you're telling us like the history so that we have a point of reference. I see. Insane. So they're getting close to Roger's bounty. Makes sense. Yeah. I like how they're treating their bounty system as if it's like a power level though. It's like funny, like you guys gave them these numbers, you know? Yeah, you really don't.
若い海兵たちに老兵の知識を譲っていただけだ。
Education is good.
次の行動にも理由がある。歴史を知らねば未来は見えん。
Agreed.
そういえば。
Oh yes, yes, of course, Odin. Commander for White. Yes, that's right. We knew that he was on Roger's ship.
世界を騒がす大物たちが、なぜこうも和の国に
I love Luffy being in there. It's so high.
私にはとても偶然とは思えんのだ。
Interesting. Roger. Oh my god, I took like an entire page of notes. Like that whole page there is all notes from this episode. Normally an episode will be like maybe like a third of a page or half a page if it's like you know, if there's a lot of stuff in it. Sometimes an episode will just be like 2 lines. Like there's several episodes that we've seen recently that I've just had 2 lines for the entire episode, but this, it's just like a whole page of notes. Wow, I mean, that was just a fucking fantastic episode. I love the lore that they're dropping here. Speaking of, we're going to do a quick adjustment to our bingo card. Just take a look at it right now and see it be changed right before your eyes. That's right, Major Gold Roger Law. I'm absolutely counting it. We found out that he worked with Garp to take down the Rocks pirates or whatever. Like, yeah. That's what I would consider Major Gold Roger Law. That seems pretty big. So look at that. We're like, that line's looking pretty good. We gotta get Zoro getting drunk at a bad time, and we gotta get someone not Kaido being the perfect counter to Gear 4. And then we'd have a bingo. That also lines up with, oh my gosh, yeah, if we get Frankie being powered by a new drink and the unicorn devil fruit, that's a stretch. I mean, that's not happening, but it's a funny idea for that to happen. We had some Shanks stuff, but he didn't arrive. But, you know, important there. I really think the working together with the Admiral and the government stuff, I think that's like very likely to happen. Also, I feel like the new character in Kaido's backstory that makes me cry, it depends if we get up to Kaido's backstory and they end up showing us like a thing with rocks and then we get really attached to rocks and then maybe I'd cry, you know? Like, that could happen. I can see that maybe happening. Kaido having big kids with Big Mom, I can see that still being on the table as well. So, like, I'm seeing there's, like, quite a bit of stuff here that really could play out. I'm curious to see how this is gonna come to, what it's gonna come to at the end. Anyway, so yeah, this episode was crazy. We have the special science group, which they mentioned a couple times in this, but we didn't see them at all, I don't believe. And so I guess, yeah, Vegapunk, I'm imagining it's Vegapunk since he's like I think he's still probably in charge of science for the government and stuff. So he's probably put together some sort of squad that's gonna be like dealing with a bunch of this shit. So like I guess they must be pretty confident that the special science squad can take out Warlords. I'm really nervous because like it's fun that there's Warlords that we like and Warlords that we don't. Like, I don't care what happens to Weevil. Weevil can like die right here and now, and I won't really mind, you know. And you know, Doflamingo's rotting in prison. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But it's like, I don't want anything to happen to Hawkeye, but I also don't want Hawkeye to kill everyone. I don't want anything to happen to Hancock. And I mean, Buggy, frankly, I kind of don't mind if anything can happen to him. Although, I don't want anything to happen to Alvida. Well, actually, I don't really care that much either. I like her design. I actually don't care that much about Alvida's character. I just think, you know, she's just a pretty woman now. But yeah, anyway, I just, like, it's fun that I'm worried for some of the Warlords, and like for some of this, I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck the Warlord system. Like, they're taking down that bullshit, and it's good. Like, overall, it's good. But it's just like, for some of what we've come across, it is bad. So it's like a complex system where it's not black and white, and I love it. I love this feeling. So yeah, I like that. I mean, this is the first time, as far as I know, that we've heard about the Rocks pirates, and that's insane. I mean, that's a crazy bit of lore to drop now, where it's like, we've been doing this whole show so far, and now we find out that, like, Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Captain Rocks, Shiki, Captain John, like, all of these pirates were on the same ship at some point. It's fucking crazy. And then they were at somewhere named God Valley, and then Garp and Roger worked together to take them out. Now, God Valley, that's one hell of a setup for what I think might be an arc now. Like, the funny thing is, when you watch a show that has over 1,000 episodes, and you know, like, and you've heard people talking about the different arcs or whatever, to me, it's really hard to imagine the show past where other people are. Like, when I imagine the show, I think of, like, okay, yeah, it does this and this and this, and then it goes to Wano, and then it goes to Egghead, and then it goes to Elbaf, I think, and then that's the show. Like, I just kind of think, like, and then it's done, because to me it was such a Hail Mary, like a distant dream to even get up to that point. And so I just didn't think it was gonna, well, I thought it was gonna happen, but I just couldn't imagine myself being there. So now that we're actually getting there, the idea of, like, thinking about what future arcs could be past that is insane to me. Like, we might have, you know, we might go through Elbaf, and then what? It could be God Valley after that, you know? Like, I know we're in, like, apparently the final saga or whatever of One Piece. Like, that's what the episodes right now are being considered, I think. But, like, that could take, you know, it could take forever. Like, who knows how long that could take. And I kind of hope it's gonna be long, you know? Like, I love that Oda is, like, you know, starting to come up with ideas to, like, bring the story to, like, full momentum. But at the same time, I don't want to catch up to One Piece and then it's like, oh, final 20 episodes are coming out now or something, you know? Like, catching up just before the end is kind of sad. I want to, like, experience the weekly One Piece for a while, you know? I want to be part of that whole thing for a little while. But I mean, I imagine, you know, going through all of Egghead and then all of Elbaf, and then, like, at the very least, there's got to be, like, a Raftel arc, right? And that's probably going to be pretty fucking long. So there's going to be a lot of episodes there anyway. So maybe it genuinely will be, like, I don't know if God Valley is going to be an arc, but it's just, like, the way it was set up here, it felt like, you know, it disappeared and we don't know what happened to it. Like, maybe it is Raftel, you know, and maybe the name has changed. But then I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, or maybe, like, or what if it was like, what if it was one of the things where we, like, go to Raftel and we think that's gonna be the last arc, and then it's like, hang on, where the fuck's the One Piece? Where is it? It's not here. And then it's like, oh no, it's actually on God Valley, and that's, like, why no one's been able to find it, because it disappeared and no one knows where God Valley is. And then it's like unlocking, like, you fight who you think is the final boss, and then suddenly, no, there's someone, like, there's one level deeper, you know? Like, the entire show's been building up to the idea of going to Raftel. So what if it's one level deeper than that? What if it's actually on God Valley, and God Valley is actually further than Raftel or something, you know? I'm just thinking about, like, how Oda's setting this up, but it's crazy. It's so cool. I'd love to see in his mind and see all his plans, because, like, I have sometimes stories that I've, like, planned out in my head, and sometimes on Google Docs and stuff of, like, here's how I would do this story, and here's how I'd go there. And, like, sometimes it really is, like, you think of, like, okay, this crazy thing happens, and then there's a big gap where a bunch of stuff will happen. I don't know what's happening there yet, but then this happens later in the series, and then a big gap, I don't know what happens, and then this happens, and it's like, you just have this blueprint of, like, every little, like, thing. So, like, I can absolutely see Oda having the entire roadmap of the whole series, like, planned out either physically or in his head or whatever, but he doesn't know, like, fully the details exactly on how he gets there. But I would just, man, I would love to, I want to learn Japanese. Firstly, I want to learn Japanese and marry Megumi Ishitani. Secondly, I want to learn Japanese and meet Oda and, like, just sit down with him and say, hey, can we just talk about how you planned this show or this manga? Like, can you tell me how you did this step by step? Can I see your Google Docs or whatever that you've got planned out for this show, or the notebooks that you have or something? Like, let me see your scribblings. Let me see, like, the shitty drafts that you came up with. Like, the stupid ideas that you were like, oh my god, what if I made, what if I made Shanks Luffy's brother, and then they find out because there's someone has a blood test fruit, and, like, just let him tell me his stupid ideas that didn't make the cut. Let me see how the story played out in his mind. But yeah, anyway, they showed us all the bounties in this episode. So 2.247 billion for Blackbeard, 4.4048 for Shanks, 4.388 for Big Mom, and 4.611 for Kaido. It's insane, and it's getting up to Whitebeard and Roger's bounties. So it's getting pretty crazy. I do like us seeing how, like, Garp is, like, shamed because, he helped the Celestial Dragons and whatever, and he's like, fuck those guys. And, like, they said, like, he specifically didn't want to become an admiral because the admirals work directly under the Celestial Dragons, and it's like, him being lower on the totem pole means that he doesn't have to, like, associate directly with them, and he can be a bit more disrespectful because it's like, he's not, like, the one that we work with, he's just like some runt down below, which gives me a lot of context for when in the live action when Garp is talking to Kobe and he's like, I was, I could have become a fleet admiral, but you know why I didn't? Because I'd have to do things their way. Like, when he gives that speech in the live action, which I always liked that speech. Now I see, like, it's not just about doing things their way. It's specifically, like, it's probably all of it, but, like, a big part of it is probably Celestial Dragons fucking suck and they're monsters, and he would have to actually be at their beck and call. Insane. So, yeah, look, there was a lot of shit that happened this episode. I don't think there's a crazy amount for me to actually talk about yet, but I love the information I got here. It also didn't say at the end of this episode, Act 3 begins. So, it could be at the start of the next episode, but are we getting more from this storyline? I don't know how long this little diversion is going to be, but I love it. I don't mind. Anyway, let's jump into the next episode. This is episode 959 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap. Maybe not. Maybe no recap, Rubik's. 25 years ago. What, like back with Roger? Is that why the last episode ended with Roger? Oh my gosh. That's such a great masthead or whatever it's called. This is crazy. When I said that, like when I put Major Gold Roger Law on my bingo card, I didn't expect it to be this major. But we're like seeing it. Wow. Just always crazy whenever we see like bits of Roger that's not just... Is this Odin? Oh my god, look, is she really there? Oh my god, look at them all. Oh my god. Man, Rayleigh looks so cool there. Wow, Buggy. Red Taro, Buggy Jiro. Damn, man. Odin was very inspiring. Like, to be on Roger's ship and for me to be, like, more invested in Odin. I mean, it was a flashback about Odin, so it makes sense, but... Oh, Act 3! Oh, here we go. Okay, so that was only a short little flashback. I thought we might get a whole episode of that, and I didn't know what we were gonna do. Whoever composed this song is the second coming of Jesus. That looks awesome. Oh, don't look. Oh my gosh. This episode is gonna be called The Raid Begins. Soldiers set sail. I don't think they're gonna get to Onigashima, but maybe they leave. Love this song. Okay. Kyoshiro staying at the capital. It's true. Crazy. Whoa, it looks so cool. Like, it's just so, the lighting and everything is great. Oh yeah. Oh, they're doing the little fish catching thing. It's a classic festival. Looks like Yasui. Oh my god. Jeez, man. Oh, look at it. Yeah. Oh lord. Don't worry, they're probably still on their way. No, Nekomamashi! Okay, this is a bad start. Alright. If no one shows up, we gotta just do it. Do it without him. Maybe? Aww. Kinoan's voice actor, I don't know if I've ever given him props, but he's very good. Yeah. That's true. Aww. That, oh, that's Ashura. I thought that was Luffy in second gear. Just saw like the pink legs with sandals. Damn, man. Where is everyone? Because like most of our major players aren't even here. 2 days ago? But we just... we spent all of Act 2 getting to this point. Don't rewind again. Everyone was hyped up. Well, you failed your fucking mission, didn't ya? Okay, they got a plan. Wow. Oh my god. It's insane looking. I feel like I've seen that helmet, that Luffy helmet before. Never heard of him. Jesus. I mean, for a lot of you, I can see this working, but Luffy? Your body needs to be stretching around. Like bugs. Genuinely, yeah. He's gonna slice you with Enma. Oh my god! Jesus. Sanji, I wouldn't when he's holding Enma. Good job, Nami. Oh, full moon! Fucking, yeah, transformations. Sulong forms. I gotta see dog storms to mark it on my bingo card. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Mm-hmm. It's nice of Luffy to be thinking of Jinbei right now. I mean, he's like the most clutch man alive. I can't imagine his death because he's just so clutch. He always comes through. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Oh, that's Kinemon's wife. Thank you for the subtitle that told me what I just said. Yeah. Damn. Okay, back to the present. No, all the plans are in place. This is the best chance. Oh. I mean, they're thinking like, well, we're dead. Like that. I think that's. Oh god, it's like we're dead, but we have to at least go out fighting. Jeez, I mean, good choice of women by the looks of it. They were attractive women. What the fuck happened? Alright, we've started Act 3 and it's not going great. Like it's in bad shape. No one was there, including the Straw Hats. There were no Straw Hats there, right? So we like, can I see like a screenshot of who is there? It's just the, yeah, it's just like the samurai, right? Oh my god. I can see a screenshot. There we go. So it's, I'm only seeing their backs in this picture, but it's, I think Dogstorm, I can never remember his name, the painter guy, Raizo, Kinemon, Kawamatsu, Kiku, Ashura, Shinobu, and I think Momonosuke are the ones that are there. No, I mean, I guess you can see the screenshot I'm looking at. There's no reason for me to hide it from you. Yeah, so it seems like those are the ones that are there. So the Straw Hats aren't there or anything. Like they showed at the end like something happened the night before, and they showed Orochi laughing his head off. So I imagine he did something, like he captured them, but how do you capture like, you know, 4,000 people or whatever? Like I don't know what he did, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I hope we, I don't know what I hope. I was gonna say, I hope this certain thing happens, but then I thought, no, let's just let Oda cook. Like, I don't want to set up expectations of what I want to happen. Rather, let's see what Oda has in line for this story. I bet you that the Straw Hats have been captured. Well, but would you put like Luffy or whatever or others in another jail after we did the whole Udon arc? Would you immediately go back to like a Luffy imprisoned thing? Feels like that would be strange unless you were doing like I feel like he wouldn't be in a prison, you know, like I feel like there's a difference between him being like imprisoned and him being like a hostage. I feel like maybe they'll go the hostage route where like maybe on their ships or whatever, Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hats are there. I don't know where the soldiers are, but they like captured them, tortured Nami, she gave up all the information, you know, and then they just like captured, well, they just like, you know, held everyone back or destroyed the ships or something. I don't know. It's a disaster, whatever it is. Man. This episode started with a Gold Roger flashback as well. I mean, it was actually an Odin flashback. Roger was just in it. I feel like the crazy thing with Roger to me is whenever we see flashbacks of him and we like fully see the flashback, I watch it and I go, I feel like, you know, firstly, I feel like Oda's holding back on like doing full, you know, in-depth things with Roger because I think he still wants to have a bit of mystery behind the character, you know, like you kind of want to wonder what made him so great. And so, you know, they don't show him doing the insane shit that like they, you know, there's been so many flashbacks in this show to like things of the past, but they do so few of Gold Roger. Whereas like this one was like one of the most detailed Gold Roger flashbacks we've gotten. And it was like him drinking with his crew and like getting into a bit of a drunken fight. And like, it's not like he came across as a particular badass in that scene. You know what I mean? I think it's really interesting the way that Oda represents Gold Roger, because I love the legend of him. I think the legend is awesome. And I like I like a lot of the stuff surrounding Gold Roger and the idea of Gold Roger. And I know he must be an absolute badass and he must be incredible. And yet I feel like we've never seen it. Like I feel like I'm going purely off of what people say about him rather than ever seeing it for myself. And it's kind of crazy. Like I feel like at this point in the series, we're 950 episodes in, I would have seen a couple scenes or whatever of him, you know, doing some incredible stuff, you know? Like I think of like other characters in this series that have amazing aura, you know? You think of like Shanks, and there's a scene of him walking on Whitebeard's ship and people just like dropping like flies, you know? Or like him stopping the war and he just like, you know, gets in front of it all and whatever. Like Mihawk, we saw his duel with Zoro. We also see him like slash at ships and cut them in half from very far away and stuff. Whitebeard, like I remember seeing the scene of Whitebeard for the first time where he like smashes into the air and creates this tremor that like destroys everything, and it's like, holy shit, this guy's fucking insane, you know? So like there's so much stuff in with these characters where like Oda specifically shows them doing something unbelievably awesome, and you go, holy shit, like this is an insane dude, you know? Now I know Gold Roger's cool, but like also he kind of has to be cool to justify the series, you know what I mean? Like I feel like he's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think he's cool because the series has told me he's cool, and they just keep telling me that. But I think if you took out every single scene of someone saying how cool Gold Roger is, I feel like I wouldn't have much of an opinion on him at all yet. at this point in the series. So all this to say, I wonder when that will come, because it will come. Like, I feel like Raftel is probably the time you do that, or probably a little before. I feel like Oda always does things a little before I expect him to. He always like reveals things 1 or 2 arcs earlier than I thought he would. Or that I would have expected if you showed me like, oh, here's a reveal. Where in the story would you put that? He always pulls it back earlier, which is really cool. I think that's a great thing to do, because it means he has confidence that he can keep the story interesting. And he's not just saving all the big crazy shit for happening at the end of the series, you know? But yeah, with Gold Roger, I mean, I guess, you know, there have been a few moments of like, wow, this guy does have a bit of aura. Like maybe the scene with him and Garp in the prison, and he's like, when he's talking to Garp there, I guess that scene from memory had some aura to it. I don't know why I have something in my throat right now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think it's really interesting that we haven't really seen much there. And I wonder when that's gonna be. Because like, when we're watching the scenes, I'm like, wow, Odin and Rayleigh to me are like, wow, these guys are insanely powerful figures. But it's like, the man is in the scene. Gold Roger, the pirate that this entire series has been based around, is in this scene. And it's like, it's focusing on Odin and Rayleigh, which obviously that's the point of it. Like the point of the flashback wasn't to see Roger in action, it was to see Odin, but Odin just happened to be on Roger's ship. So it's like, we weren't seeing a cool Roger moment, we were supposed to be seeing a cool Odin moment. But still, I'm just surprised. I'm just surprised that like there wasn't that much to the Roger stuff. So yeah. And it's not a bad thing, because I feel like it would be a bad thing if Oda never ended up doing anything interesting with Roger, you know? Like, I feel like if Oda never ended up showing us anything cool that Roger did, then it would be uninteresting. But I think all it is me having to be patient. Like, I think it is cool because it's even more of a mystery and more of a build-up. I mean, like, Oda has had the Will of D thing in the chamber for his entire fucking series, like, the whole time. The entire series, he's been talking about the Will of D, and yet never, ever giving us even any clue on what it is. I mean, I guess we've gotten tiny clues, but like not that much, you know, and it's because Oda's being very, very patient with that. So yeah, there's a lot of patience to be had in this series. So I think this is another moment where it's like, I gotta be patient. I gotta be patient to see some cool Roger stuff. But it'll be coming one of these days. Yeah. Anyway, I think we move on to the next episode, and the final episode that we're doing in this video. This is episode 960 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Oh, the recap's probably almost already over. Okay, that's the end of the recap. This is how far I got in the cubes, is one side. This episode is going to be called Odin. I just saw Odin on screen. It's going to be called Odin. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Oh no. The Sunny. Are they going to destroy it? Oh god. Oh my god, they're going to destroy the Sunny. No. Holy shit. Oh my god, what happened? The bridges. Damn, man. And then you destroy the port. Yeah. That's fucked, dude. Oh god. Wow. Damn, man, he had a lot of info. I mean, that's... makes him a capable villain that he did all of this. Man, I love his voice actor though. He's so good. He's just incredible. Damn, man. What's gonna happen? What happened? How did the Sunny must have survived? Yeah, I mean, this is the time. Jesus. Jesus. No fucking way. What the hell? Aww. At least we do see like how dedicated they are to this. So now if things start to go right, it's like they really earned this, you know? They really believed in what they were saying. This is such a depressing start to the act. 41 years ago? Excuse me? Oh, the animation on his fist for that 1 second was very good. Damn, man, he's fucking jacked. Oh my god, dude, don't jump off a cliff. Yeah. You felt so trapped by Wano. You idiot. Whoa! What the hell? Whoa! Whoa! That's crazy. Those mid-cards? Okay. Wano in its prime. Before Kaido fucked it up, I guess. Misuru! She's so cute. Her voice is a funny combination of like adorable and like scratchy. Wow, that's Kinemon? I was wondering who that was. So this is back before he was tamed by her. Oh my god. I can see for both of them what they saw in each other. They're both very attractive people in their youth. Oh my god. Katsuzo. Oh my god. That's insane. 38. Jesus, when he was 4. Damn. Whoa, look at this animation. Damn. Yeah, let him out of the country. He's causing too much trouble here. Whoa! That's awesome. Oh. Right. Look how smiley this guy is telling about his exploits. It's a good bit. Damn. Yeah, he's still like a good guy. Ah. The harem war. Oh my god. He's a big Odin fan. Disavow. What did he just eat? Did he just eat a bag? Oh! Wow, he didn't even flinch at it. Okay, I mean, he seems like he's doing it out of respect. Oh, so were you like eating with him? Like one final meal with him? Oh. Jeez, Kinemon. You know, I was thinking for a second, like, Kinemon doesn't look that much older in the future, but he skipped 20 years. I forgot about that. Oh my god! Hyogoro! Look at him! Who are you? Oh. That's genius! That's so clever! Denjiro. It's so quick. Oh my god, I love that stupid pot idea. Oh my god. Jesus. I imagine Odin beats the shit out of this parent boar. What the fuck? How big was it? Jesus! I knew it would be big, but Jesus! Yeah! Oh, the mountain god, the boar. Jesus, dude! Oh, the music's great. So cool. To be continued. Damn, man. Cool episode. So, I mean, it seems like we're probably going to get some full Odin backstory. I knew we'd probably get some Odin backstory. I didn't think it'd be now, but I guess I really didn't guess the timing of this at all. This actually feels like an appropriate place to do it, I guess. Now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense. You do it like, you know, before we get into these final battles or whatever. Like you wanna actually properly explore the lore of Wano and like actually find out, you know, the importance of Odin. So makes a lot of sense. I genuinely wonder, with Oda writing stories like this, I wonder if he goes, okay, every arc I need some historical figure that's of importance and I need to develop that history. And so like I wonder if genuinely with each arc he's like, okay, what's going to be the main flashback of this arc, you know? And then he tries to develop that backwards from there. Or if it's really just like the way he makes stories, he ends up doing that anyway. Like as a stupid example, I play a lot of D&D, And when I play D&D, I tend to make my characters have a high charisma stat. But what I don't do is sit down and go, okay, what's a character that I can play with high charisma? That's not what I do. What I end up doing is I sit down and I go, okay, here's an idea for a character, and they'll do this, and they'll do this, and they'll do this, and they'll do this. I develop the entire character, and then I go to make the stats, and I go, well, this character's got high charisma. Because the way, the like type of D&D characters that I tend to make tends to be high charisma, or at least pretty high charisma. Like one of my first D&D characters was a girl named Kelsey Brightmanner, and she was a sorcerer who was sort of like, she was super upbeat like this, and she always talked really fast, and she was very excited to get to know everyone, and she loved everyone. And so like her whole thing was like making friends with people. And so I developed her character, and then I was like, well, yeah, she's got a high charisma. She talks constantly. So I did that for her, where it's like she's supposed to be kind of surprisingly likable, where it's like she talks a lot and she's a little annoying, but also people tend to fall for her a little bit. So, and then I made a character. This is, vaguely out of order, but like then I made a character named Tywin Shawshot. Who you can watch Tywin's entire adventure on the YouTube channel Dice Revolution. In our first campaign is Tywin, but he sort of talks like this, and he's the greatest sharpshooter in the world. He uses a crossbow and fires at people. And when I was making him, I was like, well, he has like a way about him that he can like intimidate people, and like, so like to be able to do intimidation in the way that I want to do it, I need him to have a high charisma. Then I made a character named Yale R.R. Spellbound. He sort of talks like this. He's an author, and he writes fantasy stories, and he writes all sorts of fiction and non-fiction. He's a playwright. And he had to have a high, oh my gosh, he had to have a high charisma because he's a storyteller. Like that's his thing. He tells people stories. So I needed to give him a high charisma, and then I played a character named Brit Slibo, and she sort of fucking talks like this. And she is a liar. Her entire thing is that like she lies about everything, and like her entire backstory, like anytime she's telling you about her life, it's a good chance that she's telling you something she made up on the spot just then. So she's like a complete liar character. So obviously deception is a charisma skill. So she needed to have high charisma, Like those are my 4: Kelsey, Yale, Tywin, Brit. Yeah, those are my 4 biggest D&D characters. And none of them, and all of them had a high charisma, but none of them I planned for that to be the case. And my current D&D character that I'm also doing on Dice Revolution in our campaign 2, I don't know if he has a high charisma. And I mean I can check right now, but if he doesn't, that might have been like on purpose. All right, well, D&D Beyond, I guess, is not working right now. So I guess I can't find out. Doesn't matter. The point is, like, that's the way that I kind of designed characters. I tended to create characters that talked a lot, because the way I roleplay, I like characters who talk a lot, and characters that talk a lot benefit a lot from having high charisma. So that's just how I tended to do things. So all of this to say, I wonder if Oda, when writing stories, tends to think a lot about the history and come up with these historical figures, and then while he's writing the story, he's like, well, then I gotta do a flashback. Like, I gotta do one of these big, important flashbacks. Or if he genuinely is like, I think it's cool that I have, like, major flashbacks in each arc, and the fans like it, so I need to keep doing that. I wonder if it's a chicken-egg situation. So yeah, I'm always curious about Oda's writing process. I mean, you've probably seen me say that 10 times in this video, that I want to know about his storytelling ways. But yeah, so we're learning about Odin. We didn't get a crazy amount of the story in this episode yet. I wonder how complex it's going to get. Like, so far it's pretty simple. Like, we're just seeing he's kind of a good guy. We're seeing his relationship with Kinemon. We're seeing that that he like is probably gonna defeat this boar thing and save people. So like we're seeing stuff about him, but like I don't yet see like a really complex plot going on yet. But this was like the setup episode, so I wonder what the flashback is going to be, because generally these take like 4 or 5 episodes, these flashback things. So I imagine like all of next video is gonna be Odin flashback. Which, here's the thing, there's a part of me that's like, I'm not majorly looking forward to it because I'm really keen to see what's happening in the main story. And so like whenever, you know, flashbacks and stuff come up, it's like, no, I want to see the main story. But at the same time, basically every single time Oda's done a flashback in this series that's been of significant length, it has been worth it. Like it ends up being a really, really worthwhile experience. So I'm excited to see it because I trust that it will probably be really cool. But yeah, I mean, I already like Odin. I think he's a great character. It's very entertaining to follow him, and it's cool to see like a few of these characters like Suru and Kinemon when they were younger. I want to say though, Denjiro, who, that name sounds familiar, and like I feel like I might be an idiot for not knowing the name off the top of my head. Like I'm kind of worried. Oh, Denjiro. Oh, it's one of the, Denjiro is one of the samurai, right? That they mentioned. But then, why does the name Denjiro, like, is it? I just feel like I feel like it's possible that I'm missing something super obvious. We are like, Denjiro's, I literally might get a comment that's like, Denjiro is one of the main characters that you've been following in this arc. Or it's like, we haven't actually met Denjiro yet, but we've heard about him, but them talking about the samurai or whatever. Anyway, I really, really loved that scene of Denjiro going, okay, I want that small pot. And he's like, okay, that'll be 30 silver. All right, here's 30 silver. Okay, great. You can take the small pot. And he picks up the pot and he's like, oh, actually, no, this wasn't big enough. I wanted the big pot. And he's like, well, that's 60 silver. And he's like, okay, well, I've paid you already. And this is worth 30 silver. So how about I just give you this pot, which is worth 30 silver. So the 30 you're holding plus the 30 silver pot, that's 60, right? And the guy's like, okay. And he takes the pot and leaves. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. Because it's like, it's quick enough that like, if you're not thinking too hard about it, you're like, oh, I guess that makes sense. You know? It's like the, what is it? Like, both parties put like $10 into a box. Like, you know, I put $10 into a box, you put $10 into a box, then I take the box and I sell it to you for $15. And so you get a box with $20 and you only paid $15 for it, and I get $15 and I only paid $10 for it, you know? So we both get a profit and we just make infinite money. Like, if you don't think about it too hard, it's like, oh yeah, I guess that is how it works. But then you think about it a little bit and you go, no, hang on, one of us is getting scammed. So yeah, I like that scam a lot. That was very funny. I also liked that they just showed Odin kind of sucking at stuff in this episode as well. Like, they showed how fallible he is and they showed all the mistakes he's made and whatever. It was a pretty funny sequence, them going through all the shit he's done wrong. But yeah, it's entertaining. He's an entertaining character. I think this could be a cool little arc. So Yeah, I'm excited to jump into more, but we'll do that next time. So that is One Piece episode 960. Thank you for joining me. Oh, hold on. I'm not going to wrap up the video because we got one more thing to do, and that's the damn music. We got a One Piece song that we're going to listen to. As always, if you didn't know, that is what we do at the end of these videos is we play a One Piece song. Last video was the greatest song we've heard so far. I'm not kidding. It's genuinely the best. It was called Family, and it was amazing. So this time we're going to be listening to a song called Todo Fuken Gen Imakuruzu. I don't know why it's not translated, but it's Luffy, Ace, and Sabo. Okay, all right, I'm interested. So is it gonna be them singing as kids? Because I see pictures of them as kids here. So let's jump into it and find out. Here we go. Yeah, they're doing it's the kid voices. Oh my god. Aren't these? Are they just talking about Japanese places? What the hell is this? It's cute. Are they gonna keep naming prefectures? Is this like the pokey rap? This is so strange. They're just naming Japanese prefectures? It's like, what was this? This sounds like an ad they did for a train station or something. It's really cute. I like him talking about food. I mean, it feels like they're saying things related to them, or at least Luffy is saying things related to him. It's still going. I thought it was ending. Oh, that was cool. Saga, saga, saga. Oh my god. They're trying to get me to learn the prefectures. I won't do it. Cute. Cute. That was cute. All right. I mean, that was a cute song. Insane. I didn't expect them to be talking about Japan. Like them like teaching teaching about the prefectures. It's very funny. I don't know why they chose to do that. It's like a lot of the other One Piece songs that we've done so far, it's like it feels like in universe, like it's weird for the characters to be singing that stuff, so it's not like they're canon songs for them to be singing, but it's like, oh, this is the characters kind of, it's in the same way that if you did like a One Piece musical, they would sing this stuff in the One Piece musical. It's like, this is what the characters are thinking and feeling, and so they need to sing it to be their internal monologue, right? That's kind of the vibe that it's gotten so far. But this song doesn't feel like that. This song is like as I said, it's like a product placement. It's like, or not a product placement, but it's like an ad that they did for a train station or for a I don't know, like an educational video for a school that they made or something like that, But it was entertaining. It was fun. It is very funny that I could have sworn it was ending at some point, and then they started listing 40 more prefectures. Anyway, that is One Piece. Thank you for joining me for those episodes. Make sure to support the video if you can. This was a crazy video, so please support it. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions, early access, and exclusive videos. You can get the next several weeks of One Piece videos on there right now. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.